Well, let's move on. The next team is going to be the Miami Heat. So we all know they're a year removed from the NBA Finals. Pat Riley obviously is a mover and shaker. He is somebody who will always take a big swing to try to bring somebody in. They tried to make a move this season with Victor Oladipo. Unfortunately, he got injured, so that didn't work. But they have the core of obviously Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo, and then they have some good pieces around them in Duncan Robinson, Tyler Hero, Kendrick Nunn. But what do you think the Miami Heat need to move back into the championship picture, and what do you think they need to start doing?
So the first thing they're going to have to do for sure is bring back Duncan Robinson because he's a free agent this year.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably going to be pretty costly because he does the one thing that everybody in the NBA wants, and that's knockdown 3-point shooting.
Right.
The other thing they need to do is get somebody who can create besides Jimmy. I mean, I love Butler. Oh my God. I always liked him, but watching what he did in the bubble was it was next level. And but if he's your only person that can create his own shot, which Bam's getting there, he's not quite there yet. They need somebody else that can create buckets for him. And Dragic, I feel like he's not always healthy either. You can't always 100% depend on him. But he's a free agent too, so who knows if they're going to even have him next year.
There's a couple of – I think they need a solid point guard. That's what they're missing. And there's two guys that are going to be unrestricted free agents that I think the Miami Heat are going to be very interested in. One is Kyle Lowry, and the other is Mike Conley Jr. So either of those players I think would be a tremendous asset to the Miami Heat because I think I'm with you as far as Jimmy Butler can't do as much as he's doing and still be effective in the fourth quarter where they really need him to be Jimmy Buckets, right? There's just too much on his shoulders throughout the game. So I think, one of those 2 point guards are people that they could probably sign that may come at a cheaper deal because obviously Florida has no income tax, as well as, they're going to be part of a contender and play for a guy like Pat Riley, who older players tend to like to play for. I think that'd be a good fit. What do you think about a guy like Kyle Lowry or a guy like Mike Conley Jr.? How would they fit with the Miami Heat?
So I really like the Kyle Lowry move. I know, and I think I read somewhere too that him and Butler are best friends. So I think that would help out a lot. And I just like Lowry's game too. You know what I mean? Like that guy's a warrior. He's like he's a much better version of like Pat Beverly, and I don't even like to compare him to Pat Beverly. I'm not saying they're on the same plane, but you know how like Beverly just doesn't quit. Like he's always out there. He's trying. He's going to do whatever he can to try to play defense, get the win. He's got all that intensity. Lowry brings you all that, but he also brings you skill on top of it. Like he can. He's an effective basketball player.
He can run an offense. I don't think
he can run an offense, and one of the things that I was thinking about when you were talking was that. Butler, I feel like a lot of times when I was watching him this year, he was trying to set people up all year long. Like he's trying to help other people get their offense. And it's not that he can't do it, but he shouldn't have to do that for an entire game. So if he had a point guard like Lowry who can set people up in that way, then it'd be a tremendous weight off his back and it'd really help them out. Conley, though, I just think Conley's too injured a lot. No, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge Conley fan right now.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, obviously he couldn't perform with Utah, but whenever he was there, he obviously made Utah really well. And I think that, that would be a player that if he could stay healthy, which is a big if, that would be a big time upgrade. Because if you look at what made Miami so good, it was really having Dragic out there alongside of Jimmy Butler and Bam, right? Dragic really took a lot of pressure off of Jimmy, was able to be a really effective point guard. And that also put Tyler Hero in a position where there wasn't a lot of pressure on him, and so on and so forth. This season with Tyler Hero, they asked a lot more of him because Dragic was out, and Tyler Hero just couldn't perform the way that he needed to. So I think that a solid point guard is what Miami's missing right now.
Absolutely. Hero, I like that they were giving him the opportunity. I mean, it's only his second year. This was his second year, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I really like that they were giving him this opportunity early. because I think it will help him out tremendously down the line and going forward. Like, but you're right. For right now, they need a point guard to help out.
I mean, wants to know, do you think Tyler Hero will have a bounce back season?
Yes, sir. I like Hero's confidence. You know, he's got a lot of swag, and I don't think he's not soft, right? Like he's not going to take, oh, I had a bad year. I'm not that same guy that everybody thought I was. Like I don't see him just crying about that. I see him getting back in the gym and putting in the work and getting ready for the next season.
I don't see Tyler Hero as a starter. I see him as a super sub. I see him like a
bench, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's like what Lou Williams was, like a super sixth man, which is just like not a top 5, but like would be top 5, but coming off the bench, what Ginobili was, things like that. I think that's more the role for him rather than being the guy that's gonna take over your offense and be the provider, all that kind of stuff. That's what I kind of see Tyler Hero as. So as long as they get somebody that can move him into that role, I think he'll bounce back. But I think if they ask a lot of him to be the starting point guard like they were trying to do this season, I think it's not going to be he's going to struggle.